Welcome to Crickets and Kettle Drums, the BPISports.com column where the glass is always half empty. I am your host, Trevor W. Riley, and today we will be discussing Marian Hossa's lack of success in the Stanley Cup Finals. Chicago Blackhawk forward Marian Hossa has scored 7 career hat tricks, but it's the unconventional 8th brim flip that he'll attain by June 11, 2010 that will be his most memorable for all the wrong reasons. Hossa begins his 3rd Stanley Cup Finals journey versus the Philadelphia Flyers on Saturday with his 3rd different finals team, 2008 being the Pittsburgh Penguins, 2009 the Detroit Red Wings, and this year, 2010, the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, I'm not usually big on statistical trends, but I'm rooting for this one to continue, and here's why. Feel free to write this off if you like, as it's a bit of revisionist history, but I told a good friend of mine before the NHL playoffs that my only prediction was that the Chicago Blackhawks would make the Stanley Cup Finals and lose. So aside from my selfish urge to be right, I will impart some other reasons to bet the mortgage on the Flyers. Don't. Really, I'm serious. Do not bet your mortgage. Marian Hossa hasn't scored a hat trick since Pittsburgh acquired him from the Atlanta Thrashers in the 2007-2008 season. Thus, he's due, unconventionally, of course. Philadelphia is located in Pennsylvania, which is a Stanley Cup Finals bugaboo state for both Hossa and his Hawks. Marian Hossa is 1-5 in Pittsburgh's Mellon Arena in the last 2 seasons. The Chicago Blackhawks last made the Stanley Cup Finals versus the Pittsburgh Penguins in 1992, losing twice in Pittsburgh's Civic Arena and route to a 4-0 Penguins sweep. Oh, and also, did I mention that the lower-seeded Penguins, the 3 seed, then defeated the number 2 seed Blackhawks? The 2010 Chicago Blackhawks are the 2 seed, folks. Though history seems to have been unkind to both parties, I will give Chicago fans a glimmer of hope as far as Hossa is concerned. In his first Stanley Cup Finals in Pittsburgh in 2008, his team won 2 games. He moved west to Detroit for his second Finals in 2009, and his team won 3 games. He moved west again to Chicago for this 2010 run, and I guess the logical progression says that this team wins 4 games, which of course would mean the championship. Alas, Blackhawk fans, the 3rd time isn't the charm. Despite Hossa's 2 future series goals, which is a vast improvement over his goose egg in 7 games a season ago, his Quaker State doom and gloom will override his Western winning ways. Folks, Philadelphia Flyers in 6 games, your 2010 Stanley Cup champions. And just a little aside here, as Jay-Z might say if he agreed with this column, Hossa Nosa. So chew on that, and that's a wrap for Column 3, Episode 4 of Crickets and Kettle Drums. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or other feedback, feel free to send them along via email to cnkd2010@aol.com. It's right there on your page, bpisports.com, all that good stuff. Anyhow, that's 4 down and 999,996 to go. Peace.